Right now, there are products sitting on store shelves at Ross, Marshalls, even Costco that you could buy today and sell online tomorrow for double the price. This is called retail arbitrage. You find products that are underpriced in one place, buy them, and then sell them somewhere else for a lot more money. The gap between what you paid and what you sold for is your profit. Teens are doing this right now. Some are making $30 to $50 on a single pair of sneakers. Others are making $5 to $20 a day selling snacks at school. One kid brought a golf bag at a garage sale for $5 and then flipped it for $50. And honestly, the best part, you can start with money you already have. You don't need special equipment or skills to learn. You just need to know what to look for and where to sell it. I'm going to show you exactly how all of this works, what products actually flip well, where to find them, and how to handle the selling, even if you're under 18. Hey, I'm Sen from Side Hustle Mastery, and here's a quick reality check. This side hustle works best if you have a little bit of money to start with. Even $20 or $30 is enough. You're buying products to resell, so you need some capital up front. You also need some help from your parents. Most selling platforms like eBay need you to be 18 plus, so you'll likely be using your parents' account, at least at first, but I'll talk all about that later. If you've got a small amount to invest and your parents who are willing to help you, this can absolutely work for you. So let me show you how the side hustle actually works. First, most people who try this lose money because they flip the wrong products. Let me show you what actually sells versus what just sits there collecting dust. Not everything is worth flipping. Some products have great margins, but others will sit in your closet for months and months. And here's what actually works for teens. Sneakers are possibly the most popular option here. You find undervalued pairs at discount stores like Ross or Marshalls or any outlet malls, and then you buy them for $40 or $50. You sell them online for $80 to $100, and after fees, you're looking at $25 to $35 of profit per every sneaker that you sell. The key is knowing which brands actually move. Nike, Jordans, Adidas sell fastest. Always check eBay before you buy. Look at what similar shoes actually sold for, not just what people are listing them for. School snacks have also been around forever and they still work. You can buy candy and snacks in bulk from Costco or Sam's Club, Takis, Hot Cheetos, Honey Buns, Gatorade, and sell them individually at school. The math here is honestly very simple. If you buy a box for $10 and you aim to make 20 back, that's 100% profit that you've just made. Some teens even report making $5 to $20 per day. In fact, some might say that their best days was $57 earned just from selling snacks at school. But here's a real warning on this one. Some schools will literally suspend you for selling on campus, but others will just confiscate your stuff as well. So you want to make sure you check your school's policy before you start this side hustle, because getting in trouble isn't worth the money. Thrift store finds are another solid option. Vintage clothing, especially band tees and retro sportswear, sells really well on Depop and Poshmark. You can buy a shirt for $3 at Goodwill and then sell it for $15 to $25 if it's the right style. Hats are really easy to sell as well. Bass Pro Shops hats bought for $4 regularly sell for $12 to $15 online. That's $8 to $11 profit on something that takes just 2 minutes to list. Something a lot of teen resellers are doing right now is actually selling curated items on Etsy. Vintage band tees, aesthetic room decor, custom bundles. Etsy buyers are specifically looking for these kinds of products and they'll pay a premium for it. But before you list everything, you want to use a tool called Everbee to see what's already selling well. It shows you real sales data, what products are moving, how many sales they're getting, and what prices are working. So instead of guessing, you find what's proven to sell, then list your own version of those products. You can save 33% with the annual plan. Electronics have bigger margins, but they're more advanced to sell. Some teenagers buy phones from classmates who are upgrading, usually around $50 to $100 below retail. Then they clean them up and flip them on Facebook Marketplace. Free furniture requires almost no money to start. Check the free section of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. People give away couches, dresses, tables all the time just because they don't want to move them. So you can go, pick them up, clean them, and maybe paint them and resell. A free dresser with a fresh coat of paint honestly sell for $75 to $150. And the idea here is simple. You're just looking for a gap between what something costs costs and what someone else will actually pay for that same product. And the bigger the gap, the better the flip and the more profit you will make. Now you know what to look for, but where exactly do you find all of these good products and deals? So let me tell you and give you the specific spots that work best. Different products come from different places, and here are one of the best places that I've found so far. For sneakers and general retail arbitrage, you want to hit Ross, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx. Their inventory changes constantly, and they often have brand name products priced way below retail. So you want to check the clearance sections especially. That's where the best margins hide. For bulk snacks and candy, Costco and Sam's Club are honestly your best spots. You need a membership, which is where parents will come in. You want to ask them to help you get bulk deals for bulk pricing, and it's what makes the school reselling math completely work and keep your profit margins still high. For vintage clothing and random finds, thrift stores and garage sales are goldmine. Goodwill, Salvation Army, local thrift shops, you want to go regularly to them because their inventory changes often as well. Weekend garage sales are great too. People just want stuff gone and will price things ridiculously low. And if you want free products, check Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist every single day. And you want to filter by free in your area. Honestly, you'll be surprised by what people give away. The furniture, electronics, sports equipment, anything you can get for free and resell for profit will go 100% to you. Here's a pro tip some resellers use. There are apps that let you scan product barcodes in store and instantly see what that item sells for on Amazon or eBay. Seller Amp is one that gets mentioned a lot. You can scan something at Ross, it tells you the online price and estimated profit. This takes the guesswork out of everything. One more source worth knowing are Amazon return centers. Some areas have liquidation stores that sell Amazon returns for flat rates. So you might pay $10 or $12 for a mystery box, and you can find electronics worth $50 or $60 inside. Now, it's hit or miss, but some teenagers do this quite well. And if you want to go bigger, like actually selling on Amazon, that's called Amazon FBA. Now, it's a whole different level where Amazon handles the shipping and storage for you. It's a lot more advanced and requires more capital, so it's not where you want to start first. But if you want proper training on how it works, Amazing Selling Machine is one of the most well-known courses. And right now, they've actually got 80% off membership, which I've linked down below. Okay, so you found products worth flipping. Now you need to actually sell them. And if you're under 18, there's a hurdle you need to deal with first. You see, most selling platforms like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, even Shopify require you to be 18 plus to create an account. And that's a legal thing, and there's just no way about it, unfortunately. So what do you do in this situation? Well, what you can do is work with your parents. The most common approach is using a parent's account with their permission. They create the account and you do the actual work, listing items, responding to buyers, packaging and shipping. However, the money goes to their account or your parents' PayPal, and they will just transfer the amount directly to you. So this requires trust and good communication. So make sure that you're upfront about what you're doing, show them the products, explain the math, and keep them in the loop on all the sales going on. Now, most parents are fine with this once they see it's a legitimate side hustle and not some kind of scam. For local selling, you have more flexibility here because you pay in cash. Facebook Marketplace also technically requires you to be 18, but again, local cash sales are harder to police. So if you're meeting someone at Starbucks parking lot to sell sneakers for cash, nobody's going to check your ID. That said, always make sure to meet in public places during daylight. For example, police station parking lots are ideal. A lot of them have designated spots for exactly this kind of deal. So you want to also make sure that you bring a parent with you if possible, especially for items over $50. Never meet someone at their house or even at yours. Make sure you always prioritize your safety. Once you turn 18, you can set up your own accounts everywhere. But until then, the parent partnership approach is how most teen resellers operate. Okay, so now you're sourcing products and you've figured out the selling side. But here's what separates teens who make pocket change from teens who actually build real income. They treat this like a business. What they do is they track everything. What you bought, what you paid, what you sold it for, actual profit after fees and shipping. Now, this might sound tedious, but it's how you know if you're actually making money or just staying busy. You you want to use something like Notion because it works great for all that tracking. You want to create a simple spreadsheet with item, cost, sale price, and profit and date. And honestly, it takes literally like 30 seconds per sale to update it once it's been set up. And you can see exactly how your business is doing. So I've put a Notion link down below. You also want to reinvest your profits at least at the start. If you make $50 profit on your first round of flips, you want to put that $50 back into buying more inventory. This is how you scale, because the more inventory means more sales, which means more profit. Now, you also want to pay attention to what products move often. If sneakers are selling fast, but thrift store clothes are sitting for weeks, you don't want to adjust what kind of equipment and products you're buying. Do more of what works and cut out what doesn't. Once you're getting more serious, another tool like analyzer tools can actually help you dig deeper into product margins and figure out exactly what's worth flipping before you even spend any of your money. It removes all the guesswork. And if you want to skip a lot of the trial and error altogether, Ace Arbitrage is a trading program specifically for retail arbitrage. It walks you through exactly what to look for, where to source, how to price, the stuff that normally takes months to figure out on your own. You can get 10% off with our link below and make your listings look good. This matters more than what people think because clean photos with good lighting sell faster than dark, blurry shots. And also, a clear description of size, condition, and brand gets you a lot more buyers. You can use Canva to create clean listing images. And if you want to stand out even more, you can add the brand name, highlight the condition, and literally takes a few extra minutes. But it can mean faster sales at better prices. Okay, now all of this sounds good in theory, but what can you actually expect to make? Let me give you the real numbers. Let's be honest, if you're casually flipping things here and there, a pair of sneakers one week, some snacks the next, you're probably looking at $50 to $100 a month in profit, which is nice pocket money. It's nothing life-changing though. But if you're more active about it and you're sourcing regularly, listing consistently, and reinvesting your profits, you could honestly make $200 to $400 every month. That's real money if you're a teenager. However, the teens who are making more money with this side hustle, they're usually specialized. They figured out one category, whether it's sneakers, vintage clothing, electronics, and they go deep into only that specific niche. They know exactly what to look for and they have reliable sourcing spots and they've built up inventory over time. Here's what a realistic first month looks like with the side hustle. You start with maybe $30 or $40, you flip a few items and then you make $60 or $70 back. Now you've got more capital. Then for month 2, you do more volume. By month 3 or 4, you've got a real system going. And it's not instant money, there's definitely a learning curve involved, but your first few flips might barely break even while you figure out what sells and what doesn't. But once you get the hang of it, retail arbitrage is honestly one of the most reliable ways for a teenager to make money. You're not depending on anyone to hire you and you're not waiting for clients. You find a product, you sell it, and you get paid. And that's what retail arbitrage is for teens. You just want to find underpriced products, sell them for more, and you keep the profit. So make sure you start small with what you can afford to lose, and then learn what sells in your area and then scale from there. I mentioned Notion for tracking inventory, Canva for having clean listings, Everbee for researching what sells on Etsy, Analyzer tools for margins, and Ace Arbitrage if you want structured trading. All the links are below. And if you use any of the links in the description, we get a small referral fee at no extra cost to you. It helps us keep making free videos like this, so thanks a lot in advance. If this was helpful, hit that like button for more genuine side hustle breakdowns, subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out this video.